welcome to today's video. Gareth Shaw here, PJ Professional, and today I'm talking about practice. The weather's not the best here in the UK and a lot of people are moving indoors to practice, and something I'm going to discuss today is how to practice indoors on a simulator. At times when you walk into simulator venues, they're very overwhelming just because of the fact that there's so much choice. So Trackman, for example, down at Goin Golf where I practice, it's an amazing system, but you've got to know the process, how to use it. And what I want to do today is give you a bit of a foolproof guide and support so you can walk in there with confidence and you're going to get the most out of your practice session. And for me especially over the last 2 years, indoor practice has been a big part of my game and my development. I absolutely love it. Just because of the environment really for me, the conditions, it's nice and warm, you can get warm really quick, get into swings, I've got a choice. Trackman for me is hands down the best system out there. I'm not just saying that, but I've tried them all, I've tested them all, and for me it just suits what I want out of my practice and how I can improve as a golfer. And to have it at a facility like Goin Golf down the road, very, very lucky, what a setup, and I'm so fortunate to have that on my doorstep. But still, I've got to structure my practice so I can improve. And what I'm going to take you through now is almost a little bit step by step as how I practice. And what I'd encourage you to do is, this is not set in stone, this isn't gospel, this is something for you maybe to go and try and make your own structure, your own routine, so it can help your performance and help you practice effectively when you walk into an indoor simulator, or if you've got a top tracer range near you or a Trackman range, that you can take a lot of the stuff that we're going to talk about today and apply it to an outdoor setting as well. But lots of questions I get is how to practice indoors effectively. So the first thing I do is I warm up without a golf club. So I've got a weighted club from Super Speed Sticks. This is their C-Swing. It's a weighted golf club, counterbalance at the top, weight at the bottom. And as you'll see in the videos as we're chatting now, I take 10 swings 3 times, so do 3 sets of 10 right-handed, and then also repeat the process left-handed as well, because it's important to activate both parts of your body, or all your body, if that's your left or your right. And if you're a left-handed golfer, do the complete opposite, go left-handed first, then right-handed. But in between these, about 30-second rest, just so you're getting your body nice and warm and getting nice and ready to play golf. Then what I do is I encourage you to use or have a training aid. If this is working with your local PJ Professional or just something that you feel that helps you as a golfer, I use a lot of products from Tour Striker and Martin Chuck and the team because I feel that helps me so much. I had a great lesson probably the back end of last year where we worked on with my coach Paul Simons with my takeaway. I've got a very quick takeaway. So what we did is we put a baseball bat just behind that golf ball, and my objective is to take it away nice and slow, giving me time to turn and get in the right positions, and then attacking the golf ball from the top of my swing. But with that in mind, I've got the smart ball to help that connection and help me stay on plane throughout the golf swing. So they're my go-to training aids, and I encourage you to have a training aid, even if it's something as simple as putting giant knitting needles or alignment sticks in your golf bag and working on your alignment. That's your training aid. It doesn't have to be something fancy and sophisticated. It can just be something as simple as that. And I tend to hit 10 to 20 balls with my training aids, have a rest in between, get hydrated, have a snack. Then what I do is I go from the shortest or the smallest club in my bag, discarding the putter. So for me it's my 58-degree wedge, right up to the driver, and hit 3 balls with each club in my bag. So I'm just slowly now building up the speed, building up the strike, building up the hits, and just getting into that repetitive practice that I want and that structured practice. Don't just be tempted to grab the driver or have a couple of waggles with the 7-iron and then jump to the driver. Go through your golf bag, because you're going to need, on the golf course, all the clubs in your bag. And if you don't use all the golf clubs in your bag, they don't need to be there. Use everything in your bag, because you never know when you're going to need that golf shot. And various shots, you'll see with the wedges with me, it's just little flicks, little shorter shots. Then when we get into the bigger clubs, it's full swings. From there, what I do is I tend to grab my 7-iron then and do some shaping, some shot shaping. And if this is a bit, again, this is my practice, not yours. So if you're not up to shaping or you don't really know how to shape the golf ball, that's completely fine. But it's something maybe to work on with your coach, because if you're behind a tree or something and obstacles in your way, it's great to know how to shape shots. So I draw, I fade, I go high, I go low, and I hit again about 12 balls, taking in various shot shapes and getting experimenting and having a bit of fun, because then when I go play on the golf course, I'll be able to maybe use those shots that I've kind of gained over the last 10-15 minutes before I got to the golf course. And then for me, it's so important to get then into a real golfing situation. Don't just be tempted to stay on that range, get out onto the golf course. And something that's really invoked nerves, anxiety into my game and put me under a bit of pressure over the last probably 12 months is the Trackman tournaments and the competitions that are available from Trackman. Puts you under the gun, puts you in a real life golfing situation, playing with players all over the world and testing your game. There's nothing better than getting out onto the golf course. It's about seeing your game in the real setting. We're all great range players at times, but where it counts is on that golf course. So then what I'll do is I'll play a 9-hole or an 18-hole tournament depending on the time that I've got. And Trackman for me has got some great options there. Their monthly, their weekly tournaments are absolutely superb, and it keeps me wanting to go back and practice. Before technology, I used to do the worst practice individual in the world. Just to get bored, really easy. But since I put in a routine and a structure, it's helped me and it's helped my game. I'll flash up on the screen now what we've just talked about so you can see it and how it kind of the structure pans out from start to finish. And what I encourage you to do is the takeaway from this video is to try it yourself, adapt it for your game, your time, your ability. But if you can go to the range, you can go to the simulator facility with a structure, with a practice schedule, it's going to help your game. You're not just wasting your time and hitting ball after ball after ball without a purpose. That's the key. Going to the driving range, going to the simulator facility, practicing with purpose. I hope that video helped you, and I hope you go out there and practice a little bit better moving forward into 2023 and then transition that onto the golf course when the weather improves, especially over here in the UK. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.